On UNC. I'm on UNC.
Good morning, idiots out there. There we go. Now it's live. How are you guys doing this morning? Buff, I know you're ecstatic. Hughes with the overtime win. How are you feeling?
What a great night. Yeah, we did good.
I'm surprised you showed up. I was kind of afraid you might oversleep, even though it's 8 or 11:30 for you.
Yeah, we actually stayed up till 1 a.m., way past my bedtime for a 50-year-old. But yeah, huge win for us. Offense looked great, almost 500 yards of total offense, dominated the time of possession. We had the ball more than almost 15 more minutes than UNLV did. A couple of dumb mistakes, the interception there in the red zone. And also we had a lot of special teams problems with our punts getting blocked. But yeah, it's looking promising. Syracuse is doing very well, and I'm happy.
Nice. Yeah, no, it was a great game to watch because I was home alone with the kids, and I was like, well, at least there's a good game on. Chase, how are you? I know you got a big weekend coming up.
Yeah, I'm busy, but I'm never too busy for football.
Is this last morning in HB?
Last one. Yeah. Truck leaves tomorrow.
Wow. Well, if it's anything like my last day, there might be a couple tears shed. I'll pour one out for you.
You're moving to Vegas, right?
Yep.
Nice.
It's going to become a professional bookie.
That's the last place I need to live.
Blow out some kneecaps, like the mafia.
They got some good golf courses out there, bro.
It's going to be really odd when the truck just shows up at Red Rock and drops off my shit. Oh, yeah, I can't move in here? Oh,
I think the PGA Tour
up at the pool.
They play a couple of events out there, so you'll be able to go watch the pros.
Just what I needed.
And then you can come visit me here in Arizona for the Waste Management. It's the week before the Stupid Bowl now, so
I don't even know if I can. I keep looking at the Waste Management, thinking it would be fun, and then I go, I don't know if I'd survive.
Yeah. I mean, at our age, we'd die for sure.
Yeah, right.
God. That 16th hole, yeah, I'd be in bed for 4 days.
There goes crazy.
But if you do end up going though, reach out to me because I can get you tickets because Zach gets me tickets anytime I need them. So if you want to go to any of those, yeah. So if you want to go, let me know.
No, we want to go. So yeah, just hook it up.
Yeah, I'll got you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, there you go. All right, and Hazmat Suit's going to join at some time, but I think he's stepping in poop, taking a poop, finalizing poop. I don't know. He's doing something with poop. He might be playing with it. He thinks it's Play-Doh. I don't know. Anyway, we got a little over 30 minutes before week 6 kicks off. No D-Gen for life today. He did send us his 2 plays. I think he posted them too, so it's not going to really be a shock when we give them out towards the end of the show, unless you just don't know how to search on Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, anybody got anything in the 9 a.m.? Like there's a lot. I mean, I feel like if I wanted to be a true degenerate, I could bet like 4 games. There's SMU Louisville, UNC Pitt, A&M Missouri, and I'm sure there's another one I can't remember, but I mean it's gonna be a fun 9 a.m. Anybody got a big bet?
Yeah. I mean, I like Louisville -6.5. I think they're -7 now. I like them at either number. The reason being is because it is in the 9 a.m. slot. So I think SMU is going to be sleepwalking a little bit on the road. Louisville off a loss to Notre Dame. They're going to be motivated to get out and bounce back and win. I think they're a better team in general. I've been fairly impressed with Louisville this year, to be honest. I didn't think they were going to be really all that good. A lot of new faces around there, but they've been pretty solid. I think they have a little less speed than they normally have out on the perimeter, but not like SMU's a vaunted defense. So I don't think they have any problem putting up points, whereas SMU's been incredibly inconsistent. They've looked a little better the last couple of weeks, but they damn near lost to Nevada week 1. So I would definitely lean towards the Cardinals -6.5.
Yeah, and I mean, all week I was thinking I was going to play SMU, and then this morning I see that line go to 7 when it had been at 6.5 pretty much all week, other than when it opened at 7. And I'm like, yeah, I'm off because it just didn't make sense to me. So I I pivoted to Texas A&M at home against Missouri, -2.5. Line just ticked up to -3. So similar spot to last week. A lot of us were on Baylor pretty heavy. So it's pretty much the exact same scenario. But, kind of like what you were saying with SMU. Missouri hasn't looked good. I mean, they almost lost to Vandy, someone else. I can't fucking remember. It's been a long season already. They're number 9, but they seem slightly overrated. Texas A&M, Kyle Field. I bet Notre Dame in week 1. Kind of got lucky there, but still a very, very tough place to play. Love the fact this line moved to -3. That makes me believe I am on the right side. So, Buff, Chaz, you got anything? Any like, hey, you're a dumbass. Like, no, stay away.
No, I don't hate the side. My question is, I was going to ask Buff on
Den just came in on Missouri.
Who did?
Dennis.
Oh, nice.
The ultimate fade.
Who when you see these 9 a.m. games, Buff, do you ever give like a little bit more of an edge to the home team just because they're 9 a.m. games?
Absolutely, especially if they're playing against a West Coast team, because really, technically, that's 9 o'clock in the morning for them. Yeah. So something that I talked about early in the year, I've been paying attention to, and I've actually done pretty well, is with these new conference alignments now, some of these West Coast teams, they join these conferences where they play teams way over on the East Coast.
Yep.
And all of a sudden now they have a noon game, which technically is 9 o'clock in the morning for them. So yes, that's big.
It's the only thing that kept me off UCLA today.
Yeah.
One of the early ones that I have, Kmart, I really like UNC playing against Pittsburgh. I think North Carolina is a little bit better than what we're seeing as far as when you look at their win and loss record. I looked at some of the box scores over their games. They've been really doing well, dominating as far as stats, their yardages, moving the ball up and down the field. They've had some really costly turnovers, and they just not executing in the red zone. They were up like what? I don't know, 3 touchdowns last week to Duke, and then Duke comes all the way back and wins the game, but North Carolina still covers the spread. Yeah. So I thought that it was a good spot this week, North Carolina. I gave that out to my group that, to take North Carolina. I don't know. To me, it's a good spot. I think.
Yeah, no, I like it. I really try to find like my favorite bet, like in the 9 a.m. window, 12:30, and then like the later window. And then like, I don't mind following, like might as well, like Joey is on Kansas tonight. It's +2.5. He posted +2, so it might have dipped. He tries to be super transparent, but I still see 2.5 out there. My wife and I are going to actually go to the game, so should be a lot of fun. And then even before this came out, I was like, just for fun, I'm going to fade ASU. Like, it'll be fun, even though I have a diploma from there. It's just like whatever. Like, fuck it. I don't know. I just think they're overrated. I don't think Scatterbo is going to be able to run all over Kansas. But anyway, I do like that UNC side to get back. Like, yeah.
Another thing,
the numbers do it. I just like A&M just a little bit more. And look who decided.
Another thing I looked at too is the last 5 times that they've played each other, North Carolina's won all 5 times. So they do really well in this matchup.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, they do good against Pitt, and I think Mac Brown, he kind of has a good game plan for playing against Pittsburgh. So, I'm gonna ride the the popular team and hoping that they can go ahead and get back on the winning trail here. Yeah, they've had some tough breaks the last few weeks. So
absolutely. So
is North Carolina popular?
I don't know. I don't think they're popular. Absolutely not.
Let me check.
I just got a text. I just checked my whale account, and he's all over Pitt. So go.
Hey,
UNC only 24% of the bets are on +2.5 on DraftKings right now.
Sounds like money line to me.
When teams look at their win and loss record, they're going to say, "Oh wow, this team stinks." But if you really dig into the box scores and you look at some of the stats, they really don't stink. They're just not. They're not taking advantage of opportunities that they get in the red zone. They've had some costly turnovers last week. Like I said, the defense falls apart in the second half. Duke comes back and beats them. I mean, Mac Brown's a good coach. I think they're going to be ready to play today, and I think they're going to get a win here. So I like North Carolina in this spot today.
Yeah, and Hazmat, little late, which is to be expected. You should look into getting a bidet so it doesn't take so long to wipe your ass.
I know. My buddy has one. He says life-changing.
Hazmat was probably late for his own wedding.
I don't know. He actually wasn't, shockingly. I was there. It was a great wedding. Beautiful, great food, so much wine, great time.
I was talking with
You
CT
put on
Betts.
a good party, sir.
I was talking with CT Betts earlier. Hazmat's one of those guys where if you're teeing off on number 1 at 11 o'clock, you got to tell Hazmat the tee time is 10 o'clock. So that way he makes it on time.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I mean, got even viewers out there. I don't think anything's better in the morning when you take like a fucking serpentine dump and it's a one wipe wonder. You're just like, wow. It's in comparison to where you just have this messy thing where after 10 wipes, you're still going and you're like, well, I better go jump in the pool or take a bath. Like, I don't know, like say getting clean anytime soon.
Kmart,
Anyway.
you have a bidet?
No, like we're probably going to get one soon. I mean, some stuff like, I mean, my daughter, just took all this stuff out of my backpack and I'm like, I'm not going to deal with it. She'd probably just start like thinking the bidet is a drinking fountain. So, just trying to make sure nothing crazy happens.
Still drink your raw milk, Kmart?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, now that it's not so hot as fuck out here, the farmer's market's back. So, I get milk from it's like Jersey cows. But even the Sprouts out here has some pretty good shit too. Anyway, Hazmat, I know you gave out your 6-pack of dump, but anything at the 9 a.m. spot that you like absolutely love that you're going to hammer?
I did them all the same unit today, so no hammer yet. Maybe later. Did do UNC, and then I think also Purdue is an ugly one in the 9 o'clock spot, just because I think it's a very interesting spot for Wisconsin. Hosting Alabama, going to SC, playing really tough, almost could have won, right? They got beat up at the end. And then now you got to come back home. I know the Boilers are down, but, I think Purdue's going to take this a little bit more seriously. I think they cover, keep it within 10-ish. So go Purdue.
Yeah. No
opinion.
Yucky.
Yeah, like I'm staying off that. I don't know if he got in time, but I love it. A&M. But moving to the 12:30 window, Chase.
Yes, sir.
Looking at anything?
Yeah. I think Oklahoma State falls in that 12:30 window. Does it not? That's my best bet of the day. I just really like Oklahoma State at home. The Mountaineers
1 o'clock, but
okay. The Mountaineers have not played a road game this year. So that's going to be a new test for them. That's not an easy place to play. Off 2 straight losses is Oklahoma State. They're going to be motivated to get a win. I'm going to look at what the alt lines are, but they should win by a bunch.
yeah, I think I'm going to follow you on that. Like it somehow didn't catch my radar up until now, but I think I'm going to follow you, sir, because that looks like a potential blowout.
Yep.
And for me, like Joey actually sent this Sunday night, when he was feeling down in the dumps. He's like, I forget one of the teams, but the other one was Northwestern. So I looked at that early, and I've had that book since, I don't know, Sunday night.
It's on my list, but boy, does it suck.
Yeah. I just don't think Indiana's that good.
They're
like, I'm still perplexed the fact they beat the shit out of UCLA a couple weeks ago. And then they look good the following week. Like, I'm not saying they're going to lose outright to Northwestern, but going on the road, good overlook spot. They've been playing great. I just like the spot. Like, Northwest, like it. I don't know. There's not much to say about Northwestern. It's just a good spot play against a team that's flying pretty high, but I still don't think they're that good. Like, maybe 7.5, but 13.5. And I think it's gone down to 13 now. it got as high as 14 or 14 and a half. I'm like, oh shit. But now I like the way it's tracked. Jeff, you got anything on this?
Well, I don't know. I've watched Indiana 3 times now, and I tell you what, man, that offense is dangerous between passing and running and all the different weapons that this kid has. I didn't touch that game. I mean, I understand your point with, maybe they're getting a little bit too much love. So obviously the point spread dictates that, but no, I didn't touch that one. I'm still kind of doing a little bit of research on this game. This is the only one that I'm kind of leaning to at 3:30, and that's South Carolina plus 9.5. So when I started looking into this game, it's kind of interesting. It's a look ahead spot really for South Carolina. They got Bama on deck. Very similar, kind of defense that Kentucky plays, and Kentucky, upset Ole Miss last week. And South Carolina plays a very similar defense as they do. They like to put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. They try to stop the passing game or the running game and try to force teams to beat them through the air. Interesting spot, but at the same token, Ole Miss, they got a tough one too. First game of back-to-back road games. They play LSU next week on deck. They got to go to South Carolina this week. I don't know. I mean, 6 of the last 7 times that South Carolina's took the field, teams have been not even scored 20 points. I mean, South Carolina's defense is really good. And Ole Miss coming off that loss, I don't know. You would think that they want to bounce back, but I was very surprised to see that South Carolina was getting this many points. So I'm kind of, I know Kelly posted South Carolina, which made me kind of dive into it. I kind of lean towards South Carolina, but I haven't got to the window yet.
Nice. Yeah. I don't have anything on there. Anybody else?
I haven't played it yet either. I looked at it, but I got a feeling it's going to be a popular one. I was worried it was going to be too popular of a dog for me. Yeah.
And Hazmat, are you going to hammer Baylor plus 11.5 at Iowa State? Week after Cheese loses, you're making comments last night. Are you gonna actually throw it down?
Of course, yeah. I saw it at 12.5 last night, and so then when I went to book it this morning, it would move to 11.5, and it looks like a lot of my dogs did that. I think I saw 13.5 on Northwestern last night. That ticked down to 13. So I like that. I don't think anybody's running to the window to bet Baylor right now. So when you see a line come down a full point, it's probably respected money doing that. So, I'm sure Iowa State will be dumbasses. Whoever teases college, they'll tease it under a touchdown. They'll fucking throw it in a money line parlay. Baylor's off a couple tough losses. Like we said, Cheese hammered him last week. Might have been a week early.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of moving down the window here. Anybody got the stones to take 16 points with Florida State?
Oh, God. I looked at it.
Definitely on the radar.
Yeah, I wanted to so bad, but good Lord, they have just been fucking dog shit, god awful all year.
I wouldn't bet them with Joey Cheese's money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to so bad, but I mean that offense is terrible.
To be honest, if they made a change at quarterback, I'd consider it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because DJ didn't look terrible at Oregon State.
It's Dr. DJ. He's in his 9th year of college.
God, it's just crazy. They got to change this rule. I don't know, 6 years tops. But I don't know. I feel like just give the kids 5 years if they can, whether they get injured or not, whether they want to. Shouldn't matter if they have to play 10 snaps or less to get a true red shirt. Who cares? And then if I don't know, they actually have an injury where they miss the whole season or maybe 2 seasons, then you can be all right, you can have a 6-year. But some of this shit is crazy. We got 50-year-olds playing in college football.
There's a guy that's still in there from the Obama administration.
That's crazy. Like, how is that possible?
I have no idea. But he literally started playing in 2012, I think, or something ridiculous.
That's crazy.
2014, 2015, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's unreal. That's unreal. I wonder if Joey Cheese is like on a like really epic fair ride right now, or
He's on the teacups.
yeah, we're like, I mean, fair rides are crazy, man. Like, you kind of go there with the expectation that there's a high likelihood you might die.
Yeah.
Like those rides. I mean, I've had some pretty creepy shit happen to me on those fair rides. But
as I get older, I realize that I don't even like to jump out of my bed. So you're not getting me on any of those rides where I got to jump into. No thanks.
I woke up late today and tried to get up quickly. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss the podcast. And I literally, when I stood up, I was like, no, that was bad.
Three Motrin and a glass of water. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Chase.
I wanted to go for a run this morning, but I stayed up late watching Monsters, and it's the Menendez story, and then just kind of woke up stiff. Had a massive boner too, but I'm not talking about that.
That can be more than one thing.
Yeah. Hey, might be 39, but the wood still works. So let's go.
Nothing wrong with that. Those blue pills are amazing.
Luckily, don't have to take those yet. But man,
is there anybody here?
Maybe for shits and giggles, one year I'll have to do it just to, I don't know, hurt myself.
You're not going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt her.
Woohoo!
Trust me.
Does it help on the reload?
Oh my God. Like 45 minutes, man. That shit's like a cement brick rock. It's ready to go again.
Let's go. All right.
There's no softening after the launch.
I mean, yeah, maybe for 20, 25 minutes, but I swear to God, all you got to do is just have her take her shirt off, and he's ready to go again. I mean,
drink some orange juice, and you're golden.
That's it, man. Prime time.
Dude, our viewers today must be like, did this turn into a sex show? Kyle's talking about shit. They're talking about wood. Like, I mean, maybe.
All right,
maybe that's the direction Fade E takes, but just become a sex talk show.
The question I have is, does anybody not like the Jayhawks?
Nope.
Well, Cheese loves them, right?
I know. I did too.
Cheese loves them. I saw CT just posted it.
I agree
got
with that.
My post.
I agree with that side. I'm probably going to tell everybody on that one. I didn't get to the window, but I agree with that side.
Yeah.
I got two for the 7:30 window.
I mean, luckily it's a 5:00 game, but I mean that first quarter is going to still be hot. It's still going to be a little toasty up until halftime. So, Kansas, if Kansas comes out slow, they're not ready for that. I don't really know what the weather's like at this time of the year, and I think Lawrence, Kansas, but I don't know. It's different out here.
Jaden Daniels can't be just our Jalen Daniels can't just be this ass trash forever. He's not bad.
Dude, I just want to see like 50 carries by both running backs. Game's over in 2 hours, and everyone's like, all right, let's go get drunk at Four Peaks. I don't know. Whatever. All right, guys.
Buff said you said you had a couple on the late
7:30. Well, it's 7:30 for my time, which is 4:30 for you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
One of my good plays that I like tonight, Oregon State -11. I think this is a good spot for them. Both teams coming off their bye. Colorado State's offense, they've been struggling this year. That quarterback, what's his name there?
Tyler Nicolosi.
Yeah, he's been having trouble. He's been throwing more interceptions than he's been throwing touchdowns. And, they got to travel on the road. Oregon State, obviously a very tough place to play. Last 18 games at Oregon State, they are 15-3 against the spread. I mean, this team is really, really good at home. Last game, Colorado State, if you look at the numbers, they really struggled. They were lucky to win against UTEP. And as we saw, UTEP is really bad. They're one of the worst teams in college football. That performance they had the other night on Thursday or whatever, when against Sam Houston or Oh my God, they're terrible. And this Colorado State team barely beat them. Oregon State coming off a good lopsided win against Purdue. Offense had 450 total yards, 4 touchdowns. I think this is just this number is too short. I could see Oregon State winning by 2 touchdowns or more. So that was one of my favorite ones in the later window. And then my last play, we just talked about before we went live. I absolutely love Arkansas plus 13.5. I've been high on this team all year.
Right, it's Arkansas.
Whatever well, you guys mentioned Kansas, just throw the AR in front of it. I've been high on this team all year. I think I've cashed twice with them already. Really good rushing attack. That quarterback, that kid is really hard to take down. He runs the ball very well. Taylor Green is his name. Whenever he doesn't see anybody open, he tucks the ball down and he takes off. I'm a little bit worried. They've been having some turnovers with interceptions and fumbles, but I think Tennessee is getting too much love. This is a home game in conference. Arkansas has been covering. I think they're 4-1 against the spread. They're not going to win this game probably. Tennessee's probably going to win. But I think Arkansas can keep this within like 13, 10, 7, somewhere in that area. I think this is too many points. So I took Arkansas plus 13.5. And those two are my night plays. Oregon State minus 11.
I tend to agree with you on Arkansas for sure. Tennessee, I think Tennessee got so much love for going in and beating Oklahoma at Oklahoma. I just don't think Oklahoma's that good.
They were lucky to win that game.
And before we forget, Joey Cheese's other play, they're both 2 units. So Kansas and Georgia Tech, both 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 Eastern kickoffs. I'm like struggling. I finally found some splits, like ASU's the square side. So, it's kind of like, okay, like maybe Kansas, is the right play. I'm looking at Florida, like kind of want to fuck with that, but I just don't think I can. Even SDSU, it's just super public because obviously, they've been playing D's, but I don't know. Like, I think my official plays are just going to be kind of simple. We're going to go A&M minus 2.5, kickoff in 7 minutes. Northwestern plus 13.5. It's 13 now at 12:30. I'm following Chazell on Okie State minus 3, and then DGen for life and CT bets on Kansas plus 2.5. So I think that's going to be my card, and I'll obviously post more if I get drunk. I'm definitely going to get drunk. I'm leaving the house at 2. So if you see anything come in around 3, you should probably just, like last week during the SC game, my buddy Todd hits me up and he's like, kind of when I texted you guys, hey, SC's not going to lose. Bet them second half, bet them money line, double dip, whatever you want to do. And he like texts me right after. He's like, how drunk are you? I was just like, not a sip yet, but I'm about to. He's like, all right, good. Just wanted to make sure you weren't influenced yet.
You know what they say about social media when you're drinking? Do not hit the send button.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Another one that I like too, I think is a good payback spot is Washington. I took them on the money line against Michigan. They get the revenge from the national championship when they got smoked by Michigan. I think this is a good spot for them. I took them on the money line. Took them on the money line. Yeah.
I want to bet them so bad, but like it's going to be hard to run on them. Like I like the fact they're playing in Washington. Obviously, it gets pretty loud there, blah, blah, blah. But the one way to limit crowd noise and all that shit is by running the ball, which is all Michigan's going to do. Just run the ball. I don't know. I think I still have PTSD from that SC game. Like,
wow,
I really want to fade Michigan because I think they suck.
Yeah, and I think Washington is a lot better than people think. I mean, they lost to Rutgers, but did you see what happened in that game? I mean, they should have won. They should have won that game.
I loved Washington last week too. So I mean, it might be a good spot.
Yeah, they should have
But-
won that game by 20 plus. I mean, they had turnovers in the red zone. They missed field goals. They went for it on 4th down a couple times and didn't get 1st down. Whenever they drove the ball and got inside the red zone, it was like us. It was like us 4 right here on offense. They had no clue what they were doing. It was just terrible. But I think that Michigan is a good defensive team, but they play even better at home. I think Washington, the way that they move the ball, I think Washington's going to have some success here. I think they win this game. The point spread, pretty much all you got to do is pick the winner. So I like Washington.
I'll probably like, this is what I'm probably going to end up doing. I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to be like, I don't want to miss out on Washington. And then I'm going to do, an ad saying following Jay Buff. And if this loses, he's going to hook me up in the biggest, best way at the Waste Management.
And make sure you get your all rise shirts on for later. My man Aaron Judge is going long ball tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the DS starts today. Man,
Oh my God, they still play baseball.
What's baseball?
Yeah, right.
I never watch
I
it
thought it
until
was cricket.
I never watch it till October. But the Yankees
I
are
know.
on. I gotta hope that Judge finally starts hitting the ball well and plays good in the postseason.
Hey.
He's a
Fresno's
monster.
finest.
Hey Chris, are you excited for our Dodgers to have another early exit?
Yeah.
Like, God.
I'll just go to the bar with this and be like, this is the Dodgers and Kershaw during the playoffs. Big pile of poop.
You guys should make a trip down for the Ryder Cup.
I am Buff. I got a homie that works for and he's gonna. Hopefully, I can get you hooked up with VIP.
Yeah, I can get some tickets and stuff from Zach. It's at
All right.
Bethpage. That place is like God's
Ooh.
country. That is one of the nicest golf courses I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
When is it?
This next year coming up.
Next September.
Yeah,
Okay.
this next year coming
All right.
up. Yep.
All right. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't like six
Yes.
months or something.
Start putting $50 in the piggy bank every paycheck you get. Start putting 50 in the piggy bank, and by the time it comes, we'll be sitting golden.
All right. Well, guys, it's 8:57. Any last comments? Any last things? Scratch your nose.
Let's cash some fucking tickets.
That's exactly right. Let's have a day. Let's cash some tickets, and I'll see you guys all at the window later on.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Don't
Yeah,
bet poop either. Do not bet poop,
Don't
Christopher.
bet poop.
Yeah.
It never wins.
Hey, Giants covered +5.5, and then the week
took 'em.
before beat
I
the
took 'em.
Browns.
I took them plus.
shows up.
I took them +7 tomorrow. I'm a little nervous without neighbors, but
Well, they got Wandell, who's getting a lot of targets too.
yeah, Robinson's been doing good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks
Have
for
a-
watching.
Have a good
Hopefully
rest
we
of
got
your day.
Defense for Life back next week. I can see, man, we lost half the viewership without Joey Cheese. Everyone's like, fuck it, I'm
Joey
going to
Cheese is the man, dude.
Yeah, they just like his eccentric, I don't know. They're going to blow the brakes off.
This
of ASU
team is
today.
trash.
Yeah.
They're going to get blown out.
Yeah.
Kyle Trask is the worst quarterback in the history of college football. Yeah, Joey
And
Cheese.
I was really looking forward to his breakdown on this Kansas game. So hopefully we can, maybe we can have him.
I should have done that for.
Do like some type of video post or something.
I should have done my
Anyway.
Joey Cheese impersonation for Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Just ride it and cash the ticket. He's
Exactly.
pretty good with his college football.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, like they said, let's cash tickets.
Have a good
Fake
Saturday,
Denton.
everybody. Have a good
Step and
Saturday.
poop. Have fun. Let's go.